Hello and welcome to another part of Let's Make an RPG. In this part we'll be creating a class for main character, and so our main class will be simplified. So first let's create the class. Why is it this on this side? Let's move it to this side. Okay, so let's create class. And let's call it main character. Anything related to main character will be in this class. Okay, now let's go to main class and let's check what kind of variables we will need to take. We'll definitely need to take a bob since we need to have the sprite. Now everything will be broken, so don't worry. We'll fix it eventually. We'll need the time check, that's used for movement. We'll need those three. Don't take the mouse position because it's not. We'll use the mouse position for main character, but we'll need that mouse position for other stuff as well, like buttons. So we can leave that. Okay, so I think that's it. I will need the get distance function. For now, let's just take it, but we probably should create like a class in future that will. Once we have more functions like this, we'll create a class that will just inherit or something to main character, so we get those random functions we need, like get distance and wherever. Okay, so we have the functions. Well, I mean, we have the variables. Now it doesn't know what the sprite is, so we need to include it. Okay, so now it knows what sprite is. Okay, so that H file is finished. We just need to do some CPP file stuff, like functions. So we can just steal the distance here. And it's going to be main character. Probably should have named C main character, but too late. Oh well. Okay, that's done. We need to delete Bob, the sprite here, like we are doing in CPP file. So we can remove this. And we need some sort of update function, or we actually will create two functions. One that will take care of any drawing for the main character, and one that will do any updating, like movement updating. So we'll create update function and we'll create draw function. Because for now we just have one draw call, which is Bob, but in future we might have like different armor or things like this for the main character, which will be drawn inside here as well. Okay, so void main draw and void update. So here we're gonna draw the Bob. And that's it for the draw function. So we can remove this. And this is going to be the update function. All of this. Which I probably should split into functions as well, but for now we can just dump all of that code here. Now it won't know two variables, it won't know what is SDL setup, and it won't know what mouse X or mouse Y is. So we'll need to pass those in here. So let's call this SDL set up. Oh, it's CSDL setup? What's the name of the class? CSDL setup. Oh yes, I need to include it. And that's is undefined. We should also remove this include. We don't need it. So if we go back here, we're going to include SDL setup. And we might as well pass it here as well. So that's done. So we will have this, and we need mouse X and mouse Y. What we're going to do is make those pointers mouse Y. Actually, let's call it past, so we can tell the difference. And make sure to make those pointers so we're gonna pass them once and they will keep track of the value. Okay, so we can copy this and paste it here. Okay, so now we need to create those variables. We need to create mouse X and mouse Y. And we need to create SDL setup, CSDL setup, CSDL setup. I think that's the name. That's how we named it here. Yep. Okay, so then inside our constructor, we can just set them to the past. So now that we have SDL setup, which we are using here, let me double check this. Oops. That looks correct. And we also need to set mouse X. I think you will just need to do this, and that should. Or I made that. Oh, there you go. Mouse Y. And it doesn't know what ATON is. Because we are not including maths. So maths.h. I believe that's what we're including. Yep, maths.h. So let's do it last. And that should not give us any more errors, even though it does it here. Oh yes, we're not including SDL, so we'll need to include stdafx. There you go. So now if we run it, it shouldn't give us any errors, and it did. Oh yes, we still have some things inside constructor here, which we need to move to main character's constructor, like setting up Bob. So Bob is set up, and we also need to set time check and set those other three variables. Okay, so now if we go here and paste them, everything, now it shouldn't give us any errors. It could. Okay, now it works. So we create the main character class without any errors. So it should. So now we just need to create it in the main class, which would be first we would need to include it. And now we will need to create it. Main character Bob and make it a pointer. So we have Bob, our new Bob, which is not sprite anymore, but he is. As you can see, we can get Bob's Bob, which is the sprite, but this is the main character. So Bob equals new main character, and what it wants is SDL mouse X mouse Y. Well, mouse X mouse Y, and we need to make it reference. Beautiful. Okay, so we created Bob. Now we just need to draw it and update it. The drawing link obviously draws the sprite, and update does the controls. There you go. And do we have a problem with mouse position? It is not setting it constantly because I believe we need yes, we need to make them pointers. Inside here they need to be pointers. And just set them. Yep, and anytime we do that, we point to the X and Y, which I believe is going to be used more. There you go. As you can see what we had before. If you look at your main class now, it's much simpler. That's it. Just notice that we actually didn't delete the main character since we are creating a new one here. So you have to delete Bob, our main character here. Also in the next tutorial I'll be discussing how I will change the gameplay and how we'll set up the stages, camera, I want to update you guys on what we'll be doing exactly, but because since I've started these tutorials I kinda had the rough idea, but now I have more general idea where the game is going and what it's going to be.